Now we are going to interview a writer. Interview the écrivain. So this is the interview of a writer. So these are the answers. We are going to frame the questions for these answers. So shall we begin? The first one. J'écris depuis l'âge de 16 ans. So I am writing since the age of 16. So what would be the question? Depuis, since, quel âge, what age, or you can say since when. So that would be simpler, right? So depuis quand. Depuis quand. Now je. So in the question it would be vous. Êtes-vous. Écrit becomes écrivez, right? And you have to add a question mark. Depuis quand, since when you write. Depuis quand êtes-vous écrivez. So this is how we frame the question. You have to read the answer and see what is the corresponding question. Now the next sentence, the next answer is il y a 5 ans que je travaille pour les éditions Colibri. It is 5 years. So il y a 5 years. So combien de temps? How long? Il y a combien de temps que. Now je becomes vous. Travailler becomes travailler, and pour les éditions Colibri. So question mark. So what we did is, in this sentence we just replaced the answer. The answer would be 5 years. So we replace the answer with the question combien de temps, how long. Il y a combien de temps que vous travaillez pour les éditions Colibri. We changed the subject je to vous. Therefore, travailler also changed. Moving on to the next answer. Je n'ai pas écrit de roman depuis 12 ans. So, I have not written a novel since 2 years. So, in the answer we have the clue depuis. So, here we use depuis, and the answer is 2 years. So, we replace that with combien de temps. Since, how long. So, je becomes vous. A becomes avez. Vous n'avez pas écrit de roman. Question mark. So since when you have not written a novel. Now the next sentence. Je commence ce roman on the 1st of January. I start this novel on 1st January. So what would be the question? When? When have you? So êtes-vous commence ce roman. So this question is very simple. So I started this novel on 1st January. The question is when. The word for when is quand. Quand êtes-vous commence ce roman? Now the last sentence. Ça fait un mois que je ne suis pas sorti. So here the clue given to us is ça fait. So we will begin the sentence again with ça fait. And the answer is un mois, 1 month. So un mois. So we'll ask how long. So again it is combien de temps. Combien de temps. Ça fait combien de temps que. Now je becomes vous. Suis become êtes. Vous n'êtes pas sorti. So you can also write je as tu. Then it becomes tu n'es pas sorti. Right? So any one of these is right. If you use vous, then this becomes et. If you use tu, it becomes tu n'es pas sorti. So what we did in this exercise was we read the answers and we figured out what would be the question for this. And most of the answers have a clue within themselves. For example, take the last sentence. Ça fait is the clue. So the question begins with ça fait. The answering word here is un mois, 1 month. So you replace the answer with the question word combien de temps, how long. Que. Now je becomes either vous or tu and you conjugate after that. In the previous sentence, je commence ce roman on the 1st of January, le 1er janvier. Now, the answer here is 1st January. So, what would be the question there? It would be when. So, the word for when is quand. When have you started this roman? That is this novel. Now, the previous one. Je n'ai pas écrit de roman depuis 12 ans. Now the clue here is depuis. So you begin the question with depuis. The answer is 2 years. We replace that with combien de temps. Depuis combien de temps vous n'avez pas écrit ce roman? So here we have written the question as it is. Here what we used is called the inversion. So normally we would write vous êtes commence. So this here is the inversion. When you invert and write et first and vous next in the hyphenated form. So this is another form of writing a question. Now the previous one, here the clue is il y a. So the question also begins with il y a. The answer is 5 years. We replace it with the question combien de temps. Que. Je becomes vous. You can also replace it with tu. Travailler pour les éditions Colibri. Write the rest of the sentence as it is. And in the first sentence, j'écris depuis l'âge de 16 ans. So I am writing since. So here also the clue is given since, depuis. Depuis quand êtes-vous écrivain? And this is how we frame the questions. So this might look a bit difficult for you because there are many things we need to keep in mind. The question word, the correct form of the subject and the correct conjugation. But it is actually very easy. As long as you keep the rules in mind and apply the rules, it is simple. So you will get it right just by applying simple rules. So here you can write depuis quand. You can also write this as Depuis quand écrivez-vous? So that would be a simple form. Since when you write. Depuis quand écrivez-vous? So since this is in the present tense, we cannot write this in the passé composé, right? So depuis quand écrivez-vous? This sentence is okay, there is no problem here. Here, now commencer. Je commence. So here we have the avoir as the auxiliary, but we used the être. So that was one mistake. So for this will be avait. Quand avez-vous commencé ce roman? So that is one mistake we made. So this here, since the answer is in present, I write, so the question will also include the present tense. So other than that, we have no problem. This sentence I told you, we are writing it as it is. You can also write in the inverted form. It would be n'avez-vous pas écrit ce roman? So this is not wrong, but you can also write it in the inverted form.